Okay. So, happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to our group conference call. Well, Zoom, our fun Zoom, our weekly fun Zoom. I'm Melissa Gratz, one of your superstar, your superstar director, one of your superstar directors. And I'm so glad that you joined us tonight. Nicole, I promise I will get to you. I promise. You are still on my, you guys, I seriously, here we go again with the Post-it notes. Look at this. Post-its, and then I got more Post-its. I have a problem with, you know me and my Post-its and Diet Coke. All right, tonight we are going to talk about business activity routines, daily, weekly, monthly. But before we get into that, there's a couple other things I want to call your attention to. Something new that we are starting on the Together We Scent page. There are 4 people that you're going to see posting quite a bit. Mary Jane is our spirit chair, so she's going to be posting some positivity and quotes on a daily basis. Jody Herring is going to be tackling and handling our news flashes. So any kind of newsworthy information, any announcements that hit the news tab, any LTOs that drop, any updates, announcements, product list, status updates. Jody Herring is going to be posting our news flashes. Sarah said that she loves Mary Jane's post today. And so I do too. Thank you so much. Great job, Mary Jane. Tammy Frazier is going to be guiding us with regards to our customers. So whether that be something to post for your customers, flyers. Tammy, you want to say anything else that you are looking to post? I caught her off guard. She was talking. I'm sorry. I hate.
Well, no, my kids were asking me how come I didn't have a cool name for the customer, like the spirit chair or whatever Mary Jane is.
She is the Scentsy spirit chair, and Jody is our news flash reporter. What would you like to be, Tammy?
Well, I know that's why I was asking them if they had an idea.
Tammy's the customer caretaker.
Customer caretaker. Come on. I don't know that what your children would choose would be appropriate.
It probably would not.
So there, we will. So Tammy, you give us a couple examples of some things that you'll be sharing with us every day.
Anything that you can post with your customers. So it could be things for engagement, posts of the room, which warmer works well with that, to show real pictures in homes, to tips that the customers can use, such as cotton cleanups, or any of the different tips that maybe your customers don't know, to help get interaction and expose them to different products that they may not use on a regular basis.
Perfect. So. And I will be your Did You Know chair. So see, I don't have a cool name either. Like, did you know? What could I be? I don't know, but I'm going to be posting Did You Know, and some pro tips and hacks and things like that. So look for the 4 of us pretty much on a daily basis. And we'll be pumping lots of information and great information into Together We Scent. That is kind of our parent page hub. That is where, there's many other team pages that you guys are a part of, or maybe at least an additional team page that you guys are a part of. But as far as where everything's going to be posted, we're going to post it on Together We Scent. That is number 1. Number 2, another outstanding month is underway. We are killing it. And I don't know, we're going to start selling, I don't know what next, empty shelves at Scentsy, because we are literally selling out of everything. But that's okay. Stuff is trickling back in stock. I got my aloe vera and my little garden warmers today. That makes me ecstatic. I gotta show you what else I got. Hold on. Naturally, I didn't bring it in here. Darn it. Did you know that the store has Scentsy packing tape? What? I know. Scentsy packing tape. So I am so excited, because you guys know how excited I am with my Melissa Gratz Scent Hero stickers that I send out on all my customer packages. Now I will be even more official with my Scentsy packing tape. So anyway, I always check the, that was one of the fun things I checked the Scentsy Success store for. I didn't go searching for packing tape, but it popped up. And where did I get those done? That's a whole nother, that's a whole nother call. But I decided that I was going to redo all of my marketing and move to an emoji for a little while for the summer. So where did I get it done? Well, I created it in an emoji app that, and then I pulled it into my favorite photo app over, and I doctored it up with the warmer and the Scentsy logo. And I pulled, I mean, this took a little bit of modification because the emoji doesn't actually have sunglasses on. So I went to Google, I found some sunglasses, and then I put it on her. And so that's why I say it was kind of a process, but anyway, and then Sticker Mule is my favorite sticker company, and so they make these die cut stickers. I also, if you haven't seen it because you haven't received my Happy Mail yet, I also have myself as a Happy Mail sticker, and You're Gonna Freak. And I put that on all my customer sample packs. So anyway, that is just some of the fun things that you get to do when you're a Scentsy consultant, is design really fun marketing and put it to use. So where was I going with that? The packing tape, I'm excited about it. So, okay, see, now I got completely off track. We have an exciting infographic coming for you guys. Tammy is, it's kind of her brainchild. She pulled together the information. I think she surveyed a lot of you and made a question and answer sheet for when somebody asks, why should I join Scentsy? Or I have questions about joining Scentsy, or they want information. So she pulled together answers and questions from a lot of you, and then put together a really cool document that has those questions and answers. We will share that with you. And in addition to that, then Tammy and I went ahead and created an infographic that is 1 page. And it is, can I show you? Let's see if I can show you, if it will come up. Oh, I don't know that I'm going to be able to. Well, I can kind of sort of show you how cute it is. So, but you will have access to this as well. So when somebody asks why Scentsy, we have a really cute infographic that is 1 page that we can show them. So I have to do this the totally, well, I can't even tell if it's going to show you all right. Can you kind of sort of get the gist of what it looks like? You can see that there's a little bit of pink and a little bit of yellow and some fun graphics, and you will have access to that. It is a picture, it's textable, it is printable, it is shareable, and you will have that tool. So that's something that's coming your way. And then we're in the middle of pooling together our consultants within our group for our Help Me Help You series. So you've seen on the Together We Scent page those graphics calling for essentials and certifieds. That was yesterday. Leads today, stars tomorrow, superstars on Thursday. That is for anybody that is wanting to be on the path to promote to the next level. You are, so long as you show up and you are willing to put forth the effort to stay on a path to promoting to your next title, we will stay along with you. We, as in the directors and Tammy and I, will stay on that path with you to see you promote to the next level. So that is our commitment to you. If you are interested, Artie King is interested, and she is in our Essential Certified group. Vanessa is in our lead group. We'll see Jen Derrick tomorrow. I know Karen and Cassie and Debbie, I'll see you guys on Thursday. Sarah's in our Essential group. So I'm really excited because many of you, I can't forget Jackson and Heather, they are in our group. What's really cool is many of you that are on these Zooms on Tuesday nights, you are the ones that are going to be in these elite pods by title that is you're going to get a lot of focused ideas and training, excuse me, to put you on the path to your next promotion. So, Nicole, I'm going to get with you. And I promise that. I've been telling Nicole for 2 days I'm going to get with her. And I have not. What do I always say about myself? My slogan is I may not be timely, but I do always come through. That's kind of my slogan. So I promise when I say I'm going to do something, I will do it. It's just might not be timely. Here's another thing that came up this is the last thing before we dive into the business activity routines. Sarah and I were having a conversation this morning about, we were on the phone and she said, how do I ask people to have parties right now when a lot of the catalog is sold out? And so I said, well, let me chew on that for a little bit because, you know what, it shouldn't prevent us from having parties. This is my afterthought, Sarah, because I didn't say that to you, but nothing should prevent us from having any parties right now or having any kind of Facebook lives or Facebook parties or people being able to order. There is product available. We may just have to kind of steer them in another direction or just have them wait. If they are dead set on having a product that is not in stock right now, then yeah, we steer them towards something else or we put them on the list for when it comes back in stock. I have my list of aloe vera people right here in front of me that I'm looking at. I graciously get to tell them that their warmer is in. And, people, if they want it bad enough, they don't mind waiting. But this set Sarah and I off on a path of talking about in times like this, when we aren't partying as much, we're certainly collecting orders because our sales are higher than they've been in 10 years. We're collecting orders, we're selling products, but we aren't getting in front of as many people as we were when we're out and about and, touching people on a daily basis, right? Now you can touch them, but you have to have masks on and a glove and, gloves. And this all sounds horrible, right? But anyway, so we got to talking about how do you meet people in times like this? And a lot of our networking and team building relies on us making connections with people. Okay. So that's kind of a twofold thing, right? Posting on social media, but not just sharing flyers and sales flyers and bombarding our news feed with Scentsy marketing and always trying to solicit a sale, but more so creating the Scentsy experience and sharing that on social media. So, Sarah, I think you even said, I know what you said, and it's Sarah, we were talking about experiential posting and how if you're going to take a picture of a book that you're reading, strategically that there's going to be a warmer in the picture. Or strategically, there's going to be a bottle of counterclean with the label facing out. Things that you are sharing your product without shoving your product. Okay. And so that's step one. That's really important. That's how we reach people, because I always say that Facebook and Instagram and social media are like dark auditoriums. And you, the consultant, are on stage and you forget who's in the audience. Maybe you met somebody 8 years ago that you sat next to on a plane and, you guys added each other on social media and you don't really interact on a daily basis, but you kind of have forgotten that you added her. But who's to say she's not watching what you're doing? So you are on stage in a dark auditorium every single time that you post. That's why we always tell you as small business owners, and heck, even large business owners these days have to be careful what they post anywhere, because everybody is screenshotting and everybody is saving, and anything that you say will come back to bite you. Have we not learned that in the last 3.5 years? So anyhow, you forget who's watching. So even if you're not getting interaction on posts, that doesn't mean stop what you're doing. You forget who is watching. I'm always reminded who's watching me when I do a live video. and the people that tune in and the names that come up. And I'm like, my gosh, I haven't thought about that person in forever. Or, my friends list is probably 60% Scentsy people. And so when I scroll my news feed, I'm seeing Scentsy consultants. But when my friends that aren't friends with 65% of their friends list being Scentsy people, I'm probably coming up in their news feed. And anytime I post something, I come up in their news feed. And so I have to remember that I have to be better, and I need to be much better at being more consistent on social media. But what I need to do is also not forget that there are people that are watching that even if they don't comment, something may trigger them to respond. So that being said, okay, we can build our network on social media by continuing to share, not shove. But also, how do you meet people, especially in times like this? So this is coming back to this, my long-winded around the barn way of saying, of getting us back to Sarah and I talking this morning. And we were talking about how you can build your network and reach more people when you can't go out and actually meet them in person. So I was telling Sarah, Sarah and I challenged ourselves to pull out a piece of paper and write on the top of it, my love list. Okay. And on this love list, it's everything that we love outside of Scentsy and outside of our family. So what are things that you love? So for me, I love anything that has to do with craft supplies and crafting. I love Pinterest. I love interior design, decorating, Diet Coke. I love fun names of nail polishes and lipsticks and sunglasses. I love, if I was Wendy, on my list would be, I love sewing and quilting and making all of those things. And Sarah said, well, Sarah, tell me some of the things that you ended up putting on your list. I'm putting you on the spot.
Well, I added things like I'm a reader and we like to camp, and I have a degree in sign language interpreting that I've done nothing with in the last 13 years since I graduated from college. So I'd love to get back into the deaf community and get back into using that. And then I also added a few things that I would like to learn going forward. I've always wanted to learn more about becoming a lactation consultant or a doula. And so things that I'm like would really broaden some horizons. I mean, really pushing it out there.
Yeah. So this is how this came about. So I'm going to mute you again, Sarah. This is how this came about. So I have on my list, I have been wanting to take a course on Instagram stories. I know that they're a powerful tool. I don't know how to use them consistently and appropriately. I feel kind of stupid as I fumble through them. I feel like I'm not in the age bracket to use them. All of those things, right? We are our biggest critics of ourselves when we don't have confidence in something. And so it has been on my short list of many, many things that I've wanted to do. So one of my favorite bloggers this weekend sent out an email and said, for $39, you have 72 hours left to register. And for $39, I'm doing an Instagram story course next week. So it started yesterday and it is Monday through Friday this week. So I signed up, I registered for it because I was set on a path to learn. I wanted to learn about Instagram stories, but here's the really cool thing I didn't anticipate and I didn't expect. So this blogger and the 39 of us that are in this course with her, she put us together and we are interacting. We are introducing ourselves. She wants us to collaborate with the things that we're learning and things that we're posting for Instagram stories. And so I was going through and I'm reading, this person's from Maine, this person's from California, this person is a retired photographer, this person's a new mom. And this one woman had posted, her name was Melissa. She's an Aquarius. She's claimed she's a jack of all trades. She was listing things that she loves. And I'm like, she is my spirit animal. Like, we even share the same name. And so I commented on her post and said, you are my spirit animal. We have the same name. We're both Aquariuses. We're both jacks of all trade. We should meet for real because I can't believe it's uncanny, blah, blah, blah. Well, her and I have started interacting. Now, no, this does not lead into any kind of Scentsy sale or any kind of Scentsy recruit. But what it does lead into is that I just built a connection with somebody that I never would have met otherwise. And we're not talking about Scentsy. And so it sparked Sarah and I this morning. I was telling Sarah about this. And I said, Sarah, you and I need to make a love list. We need to get back to, as women, we put everybody else first. We forget what we love. A lot of times we put our families first, we put our businesses first, we put our other jobs, we put so much ahead of ourselves that even Sarah texted me a little bit ago and said, when you have lost yourself in the wife mom mode, I'm finding this love list hard to come up with, because we are so accustomed to putting everybody ahead of ourselves that we forget about ourselves. And so I challenge you, just like Sarah's challenging me, and she has to stay on me about it because I'm really good at giving ideas and really poor at implementation for myself. Again, that's part of me doing everything for everybody, and then I save myself for last. And so, Sarah, you have to hold my feet to the fire. I have to do my love list. And I challenge anybody else that wants to do their love list with us. We can have kind of a fun little sharing love list group of us that something maybe that you've always wanted to do or always wanted to learn. Why not take the time to do that now? Why not take the time? And you never know what can come from it, because you can be somebody that's learning about Instagram stories, and you can be a mom, and you can be a wife, and you can be a Scentsy consultant all at the same time. You don't have to put anything up on a shelf so that you can go be or learn something else. And how about expand your network? Because let me tell you what, it is so easy. It is so much easier for us in this day and age to communicate with other people over the computer. It was so easy for me to say to that Melissa, you are my spirit animal. I can't believe how much alike we are, and we even share the same name. If her and I were sitting in a room together and she had stood up and said those things, I maybe, even with my outgoing personality, depending on how I was feeling that day, may not have approached her to say that. Don't you find that over a computer, behind a computer, which can be a double-edged sword, right? Because some people think that they have like complete steroid, what am I trying to say? They're a lot tougher behind a computer than what they would ever do or say to somebody in person, but it can go in a good way too. That we have the ability to say things or connect with people that we otherwise wouldn't approach. And so, if you like the love list idea, I challenge you to join Sarah and I and do the love list. That was completely separate from tonight's topic. But I'm telling you, it is such a great way to expand your network. Jackson and Heather, can I call on you really quickly to share with us? You had said that Jackson got an order from somebody that you want to tell everybody that story?
So I got hooked on a YouTuber who does unboxing of monthly subscription boxes and stuff like that. And one day she had asked if any of her viewers had side hustles and did anything or sold anything. And I shared with her in a comment Jackson's story, because he just started about 2 months ago now selling because he loves scents, and they calm him, they make him happy, and he wanted to share his love for scents. And so I shared that in a comment of I don't know, there were 1,000 comments of people saying buy stuff from us or whatever, and she actually made a purchase from him. And then she did a video on her YouTube channel where she has over 90,000 viewers basically, and shared what she ordered from him, and then posted his link on her page. And so he's gotten an order already from that. So it's pretty cool.
It's amazing.
You never know.
Thank you, Heather, for sharing that. And I didn't mean to put you on the spot, but I meant to put you on the spot. And I appreciate you for sharing that. But you guys, we have powerful tools at our fingertips. We have the ability to connect with people on the other side of the globe. We have the ability to use what we love as a segue into new circles of people, new relationships, new potential customers, new connections. You never know. So thank you so much for sharing that, you guys. Okay, now let's talk about business activity routines. I'm going to ask, would somebody be my note taker for the call? Somebody, just to compile the list. And Amy, you'll do it? Is that a yes? You froze with your hand up. So I don't know if you're waving to me or you're saying, yes, I'll be your note taker. All right. Amy, take notes for us. And then if you don't mind, just send them to me, and then I'm going to compile everything that we come up with and put it into a document that all of you can use. We are going to compile activities that we do as Scentsy business owners on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis. Okay. And Amy, don't worry if something gets said twice or whatever, you can still just write it down. I'll sift through and create the document. You're just my note taker. If I try to do both, facilitate the call and note take, I will fail miserably. And so I appreciate you for that. Okay. So, I'm going to throw, because Mary Jane and Jody and Tammy knew that we were planning on this topic, I'm going to give them the floor first to give some of the things that they have, that they think is worth hitting the list. So Janie, do you want to go first?
Sure. What do you want me to talk about, what I'm doing or
what would be, okay. So for instance, let me start. So for instance, a daily task would be checking the news tab on your workstation. Okay. That's something. If you want to grow your business, it is important you are familiar with your business on a daily basis. So how many of you, especially those of us that have been around a while, how many of you, one of the very first things that you do in the morning or when you get up and going is you log into your workstation? It's just one of the things that we do, right? I must log into my workstation 15, 20, 25 times a day. I don't know. So getting into the habit of logging into your workstation at least daily is a great business activity routine. Okay. Checking the news tab. That's an important, so it's because some people say, okay, if I log into my workstation, where am I even going? What am I looking at? Right? I'm logging in. What am I looking at? So shout out some of the things. And this is where I'm going to rely on a lot of the veterans, Annette and Cassie and Wendy and you guys. What do you look at when you go into your workstation?
Okay, so I look at first to see if there's any more orders that have come on. And then I look at my history and I look at the parties to see when they're going to be shipped. And then I look at every individual order and I say to myself, and I really diligently think, could this person be a consultant? Do I have the opportunity to talk to them? Do they order more than once a month? I just dissect that and then put them on a yes list. And I hit 3 people today with that. And I tend to think way out of the box. I don't think like what's right in front of me. I think how I can get somebody to me to think, like with the ship shoppers. I just hired if I'm rambling, stop me.
Okay.
I just had one Scentsy customer, that's the word, customer, come to the house, and I hired her to clean my house. A one-time deal. I wanted her around. She buys a lot of Scentsy. I'm trying to convince her for over a year to sign up. But she brought somebody with her that cleans with her. Now I got 2. So I friended the one girl, the new girl. I am now doing a fundraiser with her. We're keeping it open for 3 weeks. She used to sell party light bingo for me. I mean, great, because she knows the direct sales. I've already talked to her. They were here 2.5 hours and I followed them around and told them all the little tidbits. And they're going, really? You think? You think? So then I grouped them both together, sent them a message a half an hour later, said, thank you so much for the awesome job of my cleaning. I tipped them both $20 because they did a phenomenal job. And they're thinking about it. Then I had another girl pick up and I thought, why not hit her? She has a sister and you got to think outside, not that person. Who are they connected with? She has 2 sisters and a mother that use it. I said, do you know you only have to order 3 times a year to be an active consultant? 3 times. And you're going to get paid and get free stuff and half offs. It's a no-brainer because you're buying anyway. They go, really? I said, yeah, go to my website and just check it out. It's $100. So that's how I try to think outside of the box instead of I go right directly to my customers that I know that are, and I try to look for at least 1 or 2 that I can talk to every single day. And if it means I have to get a complete stranger, I'll get a complete stranger and I'll talk to anybody that will listen to me, anybody, anywhere. Okay.
Well, and not in so Mary Jane tells you about thinking outside of the box. If we even bring it one step inside the box for 1 second, when you go to that history tab and you're looking at orders, you're waiting for them to ship, that's an opportunity for you to provide customer service and letting people know as soon as their order ships, reaching out and giving them the tracking number. Okay. So looking at the history, the customer history, watching for shipping notifications and tracking numbers. Tell me something else. Cassie, tell me some things that you look at when you log into the workstation.
Sorry, I was submitting a party order for an online shopping link.
You should apologize.
Multitasking, and my husband's making fun of me.
I am not.
Yes, he is. Anyways. I always try to check the news tab so that way I can know what to post because I don't know if necessarily how much all of my downline look. So I post that to my team page as I can see new news articles. I also, look for, it's nice that the emails come in for when new orders come in. So then, like when that comes, then that causes me to go look at the history tab. Okay, did somebody order from my party link? Is it a Scentsy.com order? So how do I want to follow up? And, how soon should I be sending out, email, thank you emails and different things like that. So I also do keep watch on the performance tab. And when my team members are active for the month, I always make a shout out post in my group to call them out and congratulate them on their job well done for the month as well too.
Very cool. Thank you. I know one of the things that I do all the time is I check that marketing tab for any new graphics, flyers, pictures that have been posted. So that's a good place to stop. Who else? What else? Wendy.
Make sure too, what I did today, and I got to get with Scentsy about it, is one of my frequent customers on PWS, I noticed that her order is being sent to her old address and not her new one. So I called her and I told her I'm taking care of it, but just to be aware of it for next time, that's for whatever reason, it was being shipped to her old address. So being aware. And she thanked me for calling her, and then she says, hey, it said something about the shipping delays. And she's like, is that true? And I'm like, yes, it is.
Yep.
So, and another one, training, checking on training. There might be something that might be catchy that maybe we need refreshing on.
Yep. Training center is always a great place to stop if you're looking for specific training on something. Another place to check that's really good, aside from your workstation, is, are you on the Scentsy Family Consultant Facebook page? They do a lot of posting, great information, graphics, videos, blog posts on there. So that's a great daily business activity, is checking or making that page a see first, so that when you log into Facebook, you can see them and what they're posting when they post it. Okay, what are some other daily activities that you do with your Scentsy business? We're talking daily. Amy.
I post to my VIP page. Now, I am bad about it. I don't do it daily, but I do try at least every other day, whether it's something that is launching or something that I'm running my own personal special on, or just, live, about a product that maybe not necessarily is new, but I want to remind people that we have it or show people how to use it. So, also something I do daily, even if it's not a written thank you card, it's a thank you email or thank you text message or written thank you card or whatever, because I try to reach out to, all past customers and current, so ones that come in that day. So like a follow-up piece, I guess you could call it.
So following up daily. Some people follow up weekly, some people follow up daily. So long as you're following up, that's what's important. What are some other daily activities? So I know that I check the workstation, I check Facebook. Cindy, what do you do?
This is do as I say, not as I do, because I haven't gotten into the routine of doing this yet, but checking what used to be called Maven, Amy, because they tell you when it's time. Sometimes you need to reach out to somebody you haven't reached out to in months, things like that, or bring back my bar, say, hey, I saw, you had ordered this bar and it's available for this month. Can I get any for you? Those types of things on Amy. I have failed at trying to get that into a routine, and every day I try to start again, and it's never quit type of thing. But that's something that really helps daily also.
So if you log into your workstation and up at the top where it says search, you type in AMI, that's Amy, and you hit enter, it is going to take you to a ton of videos. And these were just uploaded April 13th, 2020. So they are new or newer. But social selling with Amy, Amy 101, prospecting with Amy, sell with Amy, 5 things to know about prospecting with Amy. Amy is an amazing follow-up and customer. So Amy is, yes, Amy, you too. You are an amazing follow-up system as well. But yeah, so if there's anything that you ever want to learn more about, you can go right to that search bar on your workstation and type it in, whether it's recruiting, fundraisers, Scent Circle, FAQ is one that I love. You type in FAQ, you're going to get all kinds of frequently asked question documents. And I always save those. So it might take you a couple minutes or a half hour of your day. But if you go to your workstation, type in FAQ in that search bar and save to your computer the FAQs. Here's why I tell you to do that. Because from time to time when they're updating those FAQs, they come down off the workstation and they disappear for a little while. And so I have learned the hard way that when there are FAQs posted, I save them to my computer, because then I always have access. And we're talking FAQs to the laundry products, ingredients for clean products, you name it. Almost every single product that we have has an FAQ. But that's another thing that I love looking at, is going into the news, training, and marketing tab and seeing the latest things that Scentsy has posted. I love seeing there is so much content. There is so much that we can share with our customers. There is so much great information about how long products last, what product uses, you name it. There's images that you can use, there's graphics, there's the catalogs, there's PDFs of the product sheets. It's an awesome resource. You can't break anything on your workstation, so play around as much as possible to get yourself as familiar as possible. When's the last time, veterans, that you updated your story on your personal website? When's the last time? When's the last time you changed or uploaded a new or recent photo of yourself? How many of you still have the catalog picture as your profile picture on your PWS? Mary Jane, if you have that catalog on your, if the catalog is your Mary Jane Bradloff, your homework assignment is to update your story and put a picture of yourself on that page. People are not doing business with a catalog. They are doing business with your beautiful face.
It's been a while for my picture, but I have updated my story like maybe once a year.
Fine. That is it. That is more
So.
frequent than some people. So
Mary
Get on it first thing tomorrow.
if you don't have a story on your website, you need to put one. If you haven't selected your favorite products, put them. Oh, how do you do this? Well, you go to the accounts section of your workstation. So if I'm on my workstation, I go to my dashboard, I pull down where it says my name, and there is a link that says account. And in there, oh, there is a Photify trial. There's a free trial for Amy in the accounts tab. There is your award preference, whether you would like charms or pins. There is your website subscriptions, your monthly subscriptions, if you are a Scent and Warmer of the Month subscriber. You can access pay statements, you can access tax forms, and you can also edit your PWS. Okay, so if you haven't edited your personal website in a while, veterans or new consultants that just haven't updated or filled in the template information yet, I challenge you to do so. And that would be an excellent activity to add to the list. Maybe not daily, maybe not weekly, but maybe just overall revisiting, updating your PWS. Okay, we're getting really close to the end of time. So anything else, we will fill in the gaps with this document. So you will have this document that tells you some daily, weekly, and monthly activities, but anything else anybody wants to make sure hits that list? Anything else that you do with your business on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis?
Melissa, someone just posted in the chat about updating the monthly newsletter. So about going in to update the newsletter that Scentsy sends out.
Yes, thank you. That is important as well. So that would be a monthly task, Amy. I had gotten an email about setting up my monthly newsletter. What is that? So when you go into your workstation, in that top search bar, I'm doing it right now so that I can tell you for sure. I will find that. I will find the monthly newsletter info and post that to the page on something
It's under
that,
communication.
yes, I know, but I want to find a document that might talk about it. So let me
got it.
start monthly, but it's under communication. That's where you can go in. You can see your newsletter statistics, who's opening it, who is clicking on things. You can update it. And, but I will find something and we'll get that posted. But yes, Amy, that would be something to hit on monthly. Anything else that hit that chat? I love that Sarah says my tech skills have already improved tenfold because of Scentsy. Okay. We are at the top of the hour.
Amy has a question.
Amy.
Oh, I don't have a question. I was just going to say another thing that I do, maybe this wouldn't be for everybody, but I think it's important to say, is to check on your reporting tab and check to see what your people under you are doing. If anybody has promoted, I think it's super important to shout them out and make them feel special, and make a team page. That's something I learned from Mary Jane. And if you make a team page, that's somewhere they can shout out, as well as Sugar Stars and Together We Scent. So I think that, you know, that's really important too, is to see where people are at. Maybe they're only 40 bucks away from being active and they don't, I'm on a meeting call. Maybe they're only like 40 bucks away from becoming active and getting to their 200. And to me, that would be something that I would want a heads up on. So
Yep.
that's
Awesome.
yeah.
Great leadership tips. Thanks, Amy. All right, you guys, thank you so much for getting on. Anybody that wants to do the love list, you're doing the love list with me and Sarah. Mary Jane's going to update her PWS with the rest of us that need to update our stories and pictures. And then we're going to have an infographic and a recruiting document coming your way, monthly newsletter, tutorial, and information coming your way, and this list of business activity routines for daily, weekly, and monthly. Cool? I'd say we're being productive. I will see the star consultants tomorrow, superstars on Thursday, and have a wonderful rest of your evening. You guys are the best.